I think everybody knows the story of Job in the Bible. A real righteous guy, wealthy, had cattle and had land and had children, and everything was going well. In fact, he would even wake up and do a sacrifice in case his kids did something wrong. Just a righteous man. And in a matter of a day, he lost everything. He lost his cattle. He lost his children. He lost his land. Just all of his wealth, everything that he had built in his life was taken away. In fact, it went even further, and it started to go after him, and he had big boils on him. Now, the rest of the book is a conversation between him and his friends. It's a wonderful poetic book. Read it, study it. It's fantastic. But there is a key verse in Job. It's chapter 42, verse 5. So after all these horrible things have happened to him, and he's sitting scraping boils off his body, and his friends come and they have a conversation. You can study the conversations. Then God comes and speaks, and you can read about that. Job says this in verse 42:5, and it's amazing. He says, speaking to God, he says, this is when he was righteous and had everything, was doing everything right. He said, before I had only heard of you, but now I have seen your face. Before I had heard about you and I'm doing all these right things, but now I have had an intimate relationship with you and I know you. That is such an amazing scripture. You can read the rest of that chapter and book, and he gets everything restored double-fold. It is amazing the difference between hearing of God and knowing God. It is so important for you personally to spend time with Jesus. Church is great. We all go to church. Community, all these things are great, but it has to always boil down to time, 4 times a week at least, every day. Pray without ceasing. You and Jesus. You and Jesus. One-on-one, you and Jesus.